What's going on, everybody? This is Lueroi. It is very good to be back, and welcome to part 1 of my Alpha Sapphire walkthrough. If you're playing Omega Ruby, it's going to be basically the exact same thing, other than a couple of minor differences. I've always preferred Sapphire. That was the game that I chose first between the two when I was younger. And Sapphire is my birthstone, plus Kyogre is a million times better than Groudon. So yeah, you're gonna have a little flashback to the original intro from Sapphire version here, where you meet Professor Birch, and then it turns out that you're actually just playing Sapphire version within Alpha Sapphire version, so yeah, we got some like Pokemon Inception going on here, a video game within a video game. But yeah, then you get a little cutscene where you're going through the route here, seeing some Pokemon, and this really makes no sense at all. Like, we've got a Lairon and an Aeron here. Like, those Pokemon are only available inside of caves. You can't even find them out in the grass by the trees. Yeah, then you got a Poochyena and a Tropius. Like, you can't even find all these Pokemon on the same route. I'm pretty sure Tropius is like halfway across the Hoenn region right now. Yeah, this is a cool little cutscene if you have your 3D on. I can't record in 3D, but if you're playing on your 3DS, obviously you can crank up the 3D settings, and a lot of those cutscenes look pretty cool. So now we're going to choose if we want to play as a boy or a girl. The only difference, if you choose the boy, then this will be your rival on the right, May, and if you choose the girl, then this guy right here will be your rival, and his name is Brendan. Obviously you get to choose your own name, so I will type in Lueroi. And a lot of people don't know this, but there actually are some differences between the two rivals, Brendan and May. Like, May's really sweet and nice to you throughout the whole game, but Brendan's honestly kind of a dick. He's like a real jerk to you, like from the moment he meets you, but luckily we won't have to deal with him. We get the super nice and innocent May. So, are you ready? We got the back of the moving truck opening up here, and look at that blinding light. Like, what, have I just been trapped in the back of this truck for like days and days where I can't even see when I walk outside? But yeah, following up on the tradition from the original games, you start off in the back of a moving truck. Because you know how hard it is getting past those Hoenn borders. Yeah, it's not easy. You gotta hide out in the back of the truck. So yeah, we got a little, what is this? An Azurill doll, I think? And it has a familiar smell. Whatever, I don't know why I'm spending so much time in this place. I'm getting claustrophobic in here, so let's hop out and we get our first look at Littleroot Town. And it's kind of weird, up in the sky you see like a jet or a plane or something flying through the air. I don't know, maybe that's supposed to be like a connection to the black and white games or something, but yeah, when you get out, you're gonna notice that your mom is already at the house, so, like, my only question, was there no spot for me at shotgun? Like, I know I'm probably not old enough to drive in this game, but at least let me sit shotgun, right? Yeah, wasn't it tough riding in the back of that bumpy moving truck all the way? Congratulations, you win the award for worst mother of all time. But yeah, we're gonna check out our house now, and I get my very own room this time! Yeah, I guess I was sleeping out on the couch in the living room in our last house. So at this point, I just assume my parents just don't care about me. They have me, like, sleeping on the couch in the back of a moving truck. Let's check out our new house here. And right off the bat, you see some Machokes just moving stuff around for us. So yeah, we got, like, Pokemon slaves going for us in this game. The moving company's Pokemon even help us with unpacking and cleanup. Yeah, let's just, like, have Pokemon do all the human labor for us. Yeah, that is just a horrible thing to do. Poor Machokes. They're probably all pissed off right now, like, he's probably asking her, like, for a tip, and she's just like, no, get out of here, and then they both leave, just unpaid, just doing all the work for everyone. He's probably like, screw you, lady. But I can't really complain, because they did a pretty good job moving everything in. And it looks like my room is upstairs. Dad even bought a new clock for it to help celebrate the big move. Wow, thanks, Dad, you got me a clock. That is the best gift ever. I can finally tell time, I guess. Yeah, you're not really going to spend any time in your house throughout the game, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just get this out of the way and head upstairs. Yeah, you get the entire upstairs to yourself, so I guess your mom gets no room, and just like every Pokemon game before this and every game after, your mom just lives in the kitchen throughout the entire portion of the game. So yeah, all you have to do is set the time on your clock right here. And it is 4:47 on a Saturday, but I'll probably upload this video tomorrow after the Super Bowl, so my prediction right now is Broncos, but I guess we'll see what happens. Anyways, your mom comes up, says, good, everything's put away, blah, blah, blah. It's always nice having Pokemon around to help. Yeah, it sure is. She says, make sure everything is on your desk. Boom, it's all on my desk. Let's get out of here. I'm trying to actually get this game started, so, oh yeah, then she's gonna yell for you to come to the TV really quick, because apparently, your dad's gonna be on, because he's the gym leader in Petalburg City, but apparently we just got to it at the very end, so yeah, we missed it, but the whole point of that is just to let you know that your dad is a gym leader in the Hoenn region, so at some point during the game, we'll be able to battle him, which is kind of cool. And one of Dad's friends lives in town. It's Professor Birch, the guy that we were talking to earlier in the intro. And he lives right next door, so yeah, our mom says we should go introduce ourselves to him. So let's go ahead and do that. This is one of my favorite things right here, that when you look at the sign, it says, Lueroi's house. Like, that's right, I'm the one that pays the rent around here. My name's on the mortgage, not yours, Mom. But yeah, then let's check out the sign right here. Littleroot Town, a town that can't be shaded any hue. Yeah, then you get a nice little aerial shot. Pretty small town here. We have 2 houses and the Pokemon lab. And this is Professor Birch's house, so let's go inside and check it out. In every Pokemon game, your first mission is always to meet the professor so you can get your first Pokemon. Yeah, you're gonna meet this lady. This is Professor Birch's wife. And she has a daughter about the same age as us, and she's been looking to make a new friend. Oh, alright. I like where this is going. Then she says, she should be in her room upstairs. I hope you go introduce yourself. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? I'll go up to your daughter's room right now if you want me to. And make sure you have your 3D settings turned up for this view right here. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just kidding, but this is May. She's your rival. She's more so of a friend than anything in the game, but you know, you'll go through your adventure with her and battle her several times throughout the game. She has no idea you're even coming up here. You just completely catch her by surprise. She's probably like, what is this guy doing in my room? I mean, it's okay, your mom sent me up, so whatever. Yeah, at first she's a little bit shy, then she finally says, oh, you must be Lueroi. Your move was today, huh? Yeah, like, no kidding, my move was today. Like, right now, you're the only family that lives in this entire town. I think you would notice if someone was moving in right next door to you. Yeah, then she mentions that her dad is Professor Birch, and he told her that I was moving in over here. And she was hoping we could be friends. Yeah, like, May's, you know, she tries to be a nice person right when you meet her. It's like the opposite if you choose the girl character. You'll meet Brendan, and he's like, oh, I was hoping that a boy would have moved in next door. Yeah, kind of a jerk the whole time, but she mentioned that she is supposed to be meeting up with her dad to catch some wild Pokemon or something like that, so I guess she's just gonna leave us here in her room, and let's see, she's got a Wii U with a gamepad set up as the screen. Yeah, Nintendo's always trying to advertise their other products in the Pokemon games. And at this point, we've pretty much seen everything in Littleroot Town, and oh, I almost forgot this guy, my favorite guy in the town. The homeless dude who tries to give you advice. Like, if I was a parent living here, I'd be pretty creeped out that this guy is just, like, wandering around outside my front yard all the time. But yeah, let's go ahead and go north to Route 101. This is where the real action is. Apparently there's someone screaming up ahead. Someone's in serious danger. What should we do? So yeah, right when you step foot into Route 101, you're gonna see that someone is getting chased around by a wild Poochyena. And yeah, it's Professor Birch. Like, this is supposed to be the genius Pokemon professor that we've heard so much about, and he can't even handle this, like, level 3 Poochyena on the first route. Yeah, some professor you are, dude. If you try to leave, he'll get pissed and he won't let you. He's like, where are you going? Don't leave me like this. So yeah, now you have to go into his bag and essentially choose your starter Pokemon for the game. Now, in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, all 3 starters get their own Mega Evolution, so no matter who you pick, they're going to be terrorizing most of the game for you. Torchic becomes a Fire and Fighting type. It has a lot of attacking power, pretty fast, and will sweep through a lot of the game for you. Mudkip becomes a water and ground type. It's really bulky and it can hit hard with a lot of good matchups throughout the game. And Treecko becomes a grass and dragon in its Mega Evolution. It's not quite as good as the other two in my opinion, and I did use it in my Sapphire walkthrough. So this time around, I decided I'm gonna pick Torchic. A lot of you wanted Tree Ninja to return in this series, but I always like mixing it up and picking something different in all my different walkthroughs. So yeah, now we get to take on the big bad level 3 Poochyena. What's really cool in this game is that your Pokemon start off with one of their elemental moves, so you'll have, you know, Ember, you'll have Absorb, whatever, you'll have some move the same type as your starter, which makes this an easy 2-turn battle. I kind of like that, just starting off with Ember. Normally you have to get up to like level 7 or something, but I think it's better to just start off with something you can use as a same type attack bonus move. So there we go. Yeah, he just about died when he got jumped by that wild Poochyena. You know, maybe you should just stay back in the lab for a while, Mr. Birch. I don't think you're really going to make it too far out here on Route 101. But yeah, then he finally realizes that you're Norman's boy, Lueroi. So yeah, apparently I've grown into quite the young man. So, yeah, this is no place to chat. Let's go back to the lab before we get another wild Poochyena, or even worse, a wild Wurmple jumping us. So yeah, here's the last building we haven't been inside in Littleroot Town. This is Professor Birch's lab. So he's gonna bring you to the back here. So, Lueroi, I've heard so much about you from your father, but he said that you don't have your own Pokemon yet. If that's true, that was quite the something back there. I don't know, sometimes I click too quickly. But basically he's gonna give you the Torchic, or whoever you picked back there. And that's gonna be your first Pokemon to start you off in your journey. So, like always, I will give him a nickname. And I'm gonna name you Popeye. Like Popeye's fried chicken, because he's a fire-type chicken. So yeah, Popeye is gonna be our main man throughout this walkthrough. And it looks like we are about ready to get out of here. He mentions that May is over on Route 103, surveying some Pokemon right now. He says, it might not be a bad idea for you to head out the way yourself. What do you think? Yeah, I love how, like, both May's dad and mom, like, really want me to meet her super badly. Even if you say no, he's like, don't be that way, you should go meet my kid. Alright, fine, I guess I'll go meet May. Like, look at that little face he makes, he gets so happy about it. So yeah, he gives you some advice for going on your way. For now, you can go heal at your own house. And that's probably a good stopping point for this video. We got our starter Pokemon, kind of took care of the beginning of the game shenanigans and whatnot. So thank you everyone very much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment, and stay tuned for more Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I'll catch you all next time, ladies and gents.